And we appear to be live. We are live, absolutely. And so what I'm going to do is just go ahead and refresh this viewer count, and then also we're going to add the chat box here. Boom. There we go. Everything's coming up Millhouse. Alright, and then we've got to get the chat going up here on my screen. So let's see. So pop out chat. Okay, I've just got to say, alright, pop out chat is so great. Okay, just pop out chat is amazing. Alright, and I'm going to go ahead and watch it on my phone as well. There we go. Got it? Because I like to keep track of things. I like to make sure everything's going all right, right? All right. Just getting everything set up. We're actually getting things set up faster than usual, which is cool. And, you know, I'm really thinking about what games I might want to try to play on this channel soon. You know, I'm definitely heavily considering a Fallout New Vegas playthrough, because that is going to be freaking awesome. Okay. Also, we're going to buy some of these spirit shards now. Alright? Because spirit shards are freaking awesome. Alright? I've got so many tomes of knowledge, and I need some way to get rid of them, so I think we're going to just do that right here.
Thank you.
Just boom. Oh, crap, son. We just got all those as spirit shards immediately. I didn't realize it took effect immediately upon receipt. I guess that's just... Alright, fine. That's good. We're all good. Alright, so let's get into World v World. Where do we want to go? Let's try going to Dragonbrand, Alpine Borderlands, see what's popping over there. We're gonna see, I mean, and we're gonna also continue to test out this new build that we've got going on with the Throwbolas, because I haven't tested that out quite enough. Okay, basically what we did is we instead of running Discipline, we're running Strength with peak performance, and then I switched out Endure Pain for Throwbolas. So we are going to see how that works out. And oh yeah, and then also we've got Offhand Mace. Sejin, Oppa Chumaro no Tesso. Sejin says, how was your weekend? And my weekend was okay. I went to Gangnam on Saturday, and that was fine. Got to eat some of these Korean snacks, these unique Korean snacks, and it was pretty good. How was your weekend? I hope you had a great weekend. Hope you had a fantastic weekend. Let's go ahead and, let's see, we've renewed our food and everything. We've got, you know, I think, I've got the mace right now, honestly, but I think I'm going to swap it out for the hammer, honestly. Just, again, just, I like the hammer, honestly, much better than the mace right now. Right, the dagger mace. I might potentially switch to sword mace when the next expansion comes out, but not now. Okay, we're not ready for that yet. Alright, so we are outnumbered. Look at that. We're actually outnumbered immediately. Alright, excellent job. Amugatuyo. So she says she did nothing on the weekend. Alright. I mean, sometimes you just gotta have a weekend where you just rest, right? I am really heavily looking at some of the games that I can play for this channel. I am so excited for what's coming up on this channel, because I'm actually looking at, like right now, I basically have 2 video series that I do over the weekend. I've got one for Saturday and one for Sunday. And the Caves of Cud is currently on Saturdays. I actually finished that series, okay? You're going to have to wait to actually see the last episode in that series, and I'm not going to tell you which one it is. But that was a really fun series, but I might start up another Caves of Cud. I just saw. Yes, I did, thank you. I actually slept a little bit longer than I usually do. Just because I had some extra time. Also, there's an extra player here that I didn't even see. Alright, let's just start it off with a nice death. Okay. But I might start up a new Caves of Cud series where I play as a true kin instead of a mutated human. And then I've also got the Guild Wars 2 Noob Guide series, which I may turn into the Fallout New Vegas series, but then I also have some other games that I have planned for this for this channel. I do want to do an EU4 series. I also want to do a Hearts of Iron 4 series, especially once Waking the Tiger comes out. I did. She asked if I ate breakfast, and I did. I ate some, honestly, I had cake, okay? I had some cake in the house, and it was so delicious. It was this chocolate cake that I got from a Tucson place, and that was amazing, okay? Excellent chocolate cake. It had, like, strawberries on top. These strawberries had, like, this gold stuff on top of them. It was so good. Okay, but that's what I did. We're also currently at tier 0 participation. Well, I bet you we're gonna waste this entire tick just trying to get enough participation in order to actually get the outnumbered bonus from Pips. Dang it, man! But we did actually complete wood the previous week, so we are gonna be gaining that extra pip. So I am super excited about that. I'm super excited about the extra pips. All right, the extra pips are so great. Okay, so this guy's on a timer right now. And I don't see any other players, so we shouldn't get wrecked like we did last time, but we can kill these other NPCs. Okay. But yeah, so Fallout New Vegas, and then I've also got this game in mind, and if anybody's played it, you can let me know. But this other game that I've been thinking about is a game called Nantucket. And, right, I've never played it before, but it looks really fun. And I just want to, you know, see if maybe that's a fun thing to do. But I'm looking at maybe getting more than... I just died again. Look at this. I'm not even concentrating. I just like I'm looking at maybe getting more than two series on this channel for other games than Guild Wars 2. And then Guild Wars 2 always going to be my live stream, right? Because there's always new stuff to do in World v World and stuff like that. Today, well, I don't have to work, which I'm so happy about. So instead, I'm going to basically like straighten up a little bit. I've got to go to the bank and do something, and yeah. So basically, I mean, it's gonna be an alright day. Just gonna be relaxed all day. Do you have any plans for today, Sejin? Hope you're doing okay with that. And we still got a 30-second timer on this thing, but yeah. If anybody's played the game Nantucket, you can tell me if that is good. But I haven't gotten it yet, but I'm looking at maybe getting it. In addition, I'm also planning on getting the new DLC for EU4 when that comes out, which is Rule Britannia, and then possibly starting a co-op series with Matthew. That should be cool. And then maybe a solo series with Hearts of Iron 4 when that new DLC called Waking the Tiger comes out, and that is going to be really cool. But then also some other games, you know, because I've got some good ideas, I think. Some pretty cool ideas. Also, we are still outnumbered, which is making me very happy. So let's save this loot box here. Of course, we got to save the loot boxes. All right, and then we should gain some experience as well. Boom. Okay, and boom. There we go. We got some experience, and that's quite a bit actually. Okay, so she said that because she has to work... Oh, crap. Are they coming this way? Hold on. I don't think they're going to come this way. Maybe a couple of them will. What are they doing? Are they waypointing? That's... Okay. Well, I'm okay now. I was going to get away from them, but... Well, no, maybe... Hold on. Maybe I'm just too far away. They're just not rendering. Yeah. Yeah, they're just too far away and they're not rendering. Okay. Yep, getting out of here. Crap, son. Well, we got some allies over here. What is this? We got a herald. Okay, not the bad herald. We got a scourge over here. We got a chronomancer. Yeah, is that Zerg v Zerg? Because I'm not sure I really want to participate in that. There's another one. There's another game that I saw. If anybody's played it, definitely let me know. But Heroes of Hammer or something? I can't remember exactly what it's called. I wish I could. Heroes of something, and it's kind of like a roguelike, but it's an RPG, and so similar to Caves of Cud, but it's roguelite. Okay, so every time you die, right, you retain some of the abilities that you got. And I thought maybe that might be a cool game to play, just like even on my own, even if I don't do a series about it. But I think probably I have my work cut out for me with the Fallout New Vegas, Hearts of Iron 4, EU4, and another Caves of Cud. That's going to be 4 series. So definitely I can do like Strategy Saturday or something like that, and then have like like the EU4 or perhaps the Hearts of Iron 4. And that series can come out those days, or one of those. And then or maybe Caves of Cud can continue being on Saturday, and that would be fine. And yeah, I don't know. Either way is okay.
I've beaten you, but you don't know it yet.
Oh, who is that? I don't know. Maybe that would be okay to have Caves of Cud on Saturday and have Strategy Sunday, and do the Hearts of Iron 4 series on Sundays. And then have a different series, like the EU4 series, on, I don't know, Friday or something like that, and then the Fallout 4 series on like Wednesday or something like that. I don't know. Kumbang or Gale. Okay. Okay. She said she'll be right back, I think. Unless that's something else. Kumbang. I don't. Did I mistake that for Bangam? I don't know. My Korean is not nearly as good as it should be. I'm studying, guys. I'm studying, okay? Holy frick! I've got books. Okay, hold on. Let's not use up too many of our cooldowns here. It proceeds to put every single skill on cooldown. Hold on a second. Okay, boom. He's dead. Okay, we got this freaking Mirage over here. Boom. Oh, definitely we're up against multiple people. Okay, well, crap, son. Oh, that's it. That's the guy. That's the freaking guy. And I actually saw him. And I pointed him out. And I actually am going to kill him. Well, that's freaking awesome. Okay, boom. He's got 20% health. And he's dead. I got him. Well, that's pretty cool. First kill of the day. But I don't know. I guess I have my work cut out for me. I'm really, really looking forward to the new mission system in Rule Britannia, honestly. That's not... It's not a full expansion, and, you know, I mean, I don't even know who I'm going to play as, you know, but it's probably going to be a co-op series with Matthew, and I have no idea who I'm going to even play as, but I'm looking forward to the new mission system, because they have basically, like, mission trees, and the mission trees make it so that you can actually go and look at where the mission leads, and, like, where it's trying to lead you, and you can choose based on that, and I love that idea. In addition, they're like revamping a lot of like the naval doctrines and stuff, which is really cool. As far as Hearts of Iron 4, the thing I'm looking forward to a lot with Waking the Tiger, not only new national focus trees for China, but also the chain of command changes, where you have like a field marshal, and the field marshal has multiple generals under him, which is so cool. Also, we got 11 pips, because we were outnumbered. We're no longer outnumbered. Hopefully that changes soon, but at least we're in first place at the moment. Hopefully we can retain first place. We're in first place by a long shot. Holy frick, look at that, 2.53 KDR. Holy frick, that's insane. Alright, and then perhaps there are some other games that I may want to play on stream in addition to Guild Wars 2. Perhaps something like on Mondays. On Mondays, there are, I can do a longer stream because I only work 4 days a week. So perhaps in addition to my Guild Wars 2 stream, I could do a different game on Mondays. Fallout 4 on Wednesdays, and then what would it be? Like EU4 on Fridays, and then Caves of Cud on Saturdays, and then Sundays would be, what's the other one? Hearts of Iron 4. It'd be Strategy Sunday, right? And then way back Wednesday for Fallout 4. Fallout 4 could potentially be a very long series. Like, it could potentially be super long, because there's so freaking much to do in that game that I don't know, man. Hold on. I feel like that's the Herald. That's the freaking Herald. Does she want a duel? No, she just wants to freaking kill me. She just wants to try and kill me as fast as possible. Oh crap, I wasn't able to actually interrupt her. Crap. Alright, full counter. Boom. Backbreaker. Earthshaker. Boom. Daze. Hold on. Okay, crap, son. Yes! Boom! Threw a rock at her. Charged. Holy frick. That's awesome. Salute. Alright, very cool. She probably didn't even see that salute. She probably was just like double clicking the waypoint like there's no tomorrow. Okay. But yeah, so that's pretty cool. And then in addition, I plan on periodically releasing these videos called Planky's Plan. Alright, Planky's Plan is going to be it's not really like a series, but it's just going to be some like a vlog type thing. Where I basically reveal what my plan for the next, you know, whatever period of time it is going to be. And so the first one will probably be out like today or maybe tomorrow. So I plan on doing that just to kind of like make it make it kind of official and just make it public. Like, this is definitely what I'm planning to do with the channel, and this is definitely where I'm planning to go. Because I think that's important. I think it's important that I keep it transparent, and then just say, you know, like, basically I'm gonna do this because of this, and you know, maybe I'm feeling a lot more like an FPS or whatever, and that's why I'm doing Fallout New Vegas or whatever. And I do want to get Fallout 4 again, because I have the game and I have all the DLC for it and everything. But I also added the HD texture pack to my thing, and now it wants to download that as well, and it makes the download size 90 gigabytes, and I can't actually do that. I can't actually download 90 gigabytes. It just won't let me. And because I just don't have enough space. Like, if I go, I think it's 90 gigabytes. The high resolution texture pack by itself is too much. Like, it's actually, yeah, it's 96 gigabytes, and I wish that I could actually, like, choose, okay, don't download this freaking DLC, you know what I'm saying? But I can't do that, unfortunately. I have to actually just download all or nothing. So because of that, I basically am prevented from getting Fallout 4 again until I can get a terabyte or whatever portable hard drive, like an external hard drive, because currently my computer is you can't get a second hard drive for it, so I'm not going to get an internal hard drive. But that's fine, you know. As we upgrade the channel more and more, we will eventually be able to do that kind of stuff. But next step definitely for the channel is a Blue Yeti microphone. Okay, I'm definitely going for that, and probably I get paid on the 10th. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to actually do this on the 10th, but I will try. I'm going to try and get it on the 10th. If I can't get it, then I'm going to be gaining like a much bigger paycheck on the 10th of next month. So that's when the Blue Yeti microphone will come out. Then after that, possibly a webcam, right? And then possibly, you know, we work on some other stuff regarding like upgrading my computer and everything, because my computer is pretty good. It's an it's actually a Steam machine, okay? It's an Alienware Steam machine. And then I actually put Windows on it. I probably should have got Alienware Alpha instead. Like, I probably should have just done that instead. But my stupid idiot butt just got the Alienware Steam machine, and then I'm like, oh crap, I can't play Fallout 4 because it has Linux. Okay, Steam OS is Linux, basically. It's not Windows, and so I was just like, well, now I have to get Windows. So I did. But the good thing that came out of it is that it came with a Steam controller, so, you know, free controller. And then I got, in addition, I got a second Steam controller, so now I can play with some people, you know, if I ever get any friends one day. But it was a huge pain in the butt to get that thing shipped to Korea. I had to, oh man, I had to kind of jump through some hoops in order to get that shipped to Korea. That was kind of insane. But eventually I did get it. But, you know, my next step is definitely going to be, after I get the microphone and the camera, you know, I'm definitely going to be able to upgrade the computer then after that. And possibly a portable hard drive so I could do a Fallout 4 series. Although, I have already started a game Fallout 4, and I haven't actually completed Fallout 4. So that's going to be, hold on. Here's a Mirage. that's going to be kind of an issue with that. Like, I haven't actually completed it, and I can't actually complete it until I am able to download it. But because the HD texture pack thing is not in my, or it's in my library, and I can't actually remove it, because of that, it creates this problem where I can't even download the whole game, just because the HD texture pack by itself is like 60 gigabytes or something like that. So even though I would have enough space for the game otherwise, right? I have the other stuff. I have, what are the DLCs for it? I have like Far Harbor, Voltec Workshop, Contraptions, Nuka World, Wasteland Workshop, Automatron. There's also the Creation Club, but I haven't gotten that. But basically, at the beginning, I got the Season Pass, because I just love Fallout. Usually, I can't stand Season Passes, but for Fallout 4, I did it. And honestly, I don't really regret it, except for the fact that I just can't download it. But am I talking too much about Fallout 4? I kind of feel like I am. But yeah, some other cool games. I don't know. There's just a lot of stuff, a lot of cool stuff coming up, and I'm very excited about it. I'm very excited about most of it. We got some cool like RPG games coming out there, but they're roguelites. The thing is, I like roguelites, but there comes a point where it's like, I kind of want a game that's not a roguelite. I kind of want to just play an RPG. Like, if you guys remember the Champions games, first game was Champions of Norath, Realms of EverQuest, and then there was a second game for the PS2 that came out called Champions Return to Arms, and that was a really freaking fun game. And that was just an RPG, right? You save and you go on. And it was single player, or you could play local multiplayer. I think there was online multiplayer, but with PS2, the online multiplayer was kind of a pain in the butt. So I never played that. Instead, I just invited friends over to my house, and we had these characters that we would play every time. And that was really, really fun. And they need to have another game like that, like Champions Return to Arms. Especially Champions of Norath was alright, the first one. But honestly, I think they need to have another game like Champions Return to Arms. Oppa annyeong. Okay, welcome. I'm glad you're back. Because those RPGs that are they're not roguelites. They're not roguelites. They don't have roguelike. They don't have permadeath or anything, but they're also not MMOs or anything. Those are really freaking fun to play, right? And I enjoy them. I honestly enjoy them. But I'm also going to freaking kill this guy. Okay, this guy's gonna freaking die. He's a Hollow Smith, and he's about to die. Boom. Full counter. And crap, I couldn't actually do that. Hold on. Throw bolas. Stop. Would you just die already? Okay, just freaking stop. I've got this. He's got blocks up and everything. Hold on. Oh crap, I'm gonna die. No, stop. I'm gonna die. My heal skill was on cooldown. Am I gonna? No, he healed. Yeah, he's definitely gonna win. I definitely could have played that thing better. So what could I have done better there? Perhaps I should kind of like pay more attention. Okay, he's got that shield up, which means he's blocking attacks, which means definitely I don't want to waste my powerful attacks on that shield. Or like the throw bolas, yeah, wait until that's gone. Alright, so that's what I could do better possibly. So let's definitely keep an eye out for that kind of stuff in the future. We're still not outnumbered, which kind of sucks, but we are in first place by a crap ton, so that is good. Yeah, so there you go. But yeah, those RPGs that they're not roguelike or roguelite, but they're also not MMOs. That's kind of important to me, and they're kind of like not very common nowadays. I kind of want to just go in and like make a character that progresses throughout the story, and you know, that's partially why I'm getting back into Fallout New Vegas for the next series that I'm gonna be doing, and it's probably gonna come out on Wednesdays, because I need that kind of thing, and you know, it's not something that's it's not a need that's really being taken care of in the modern gaming industry, I think. If you guys have any suggestions for similar games like that, you know, Guild Wars 2 is amazing, right? I love Guild Wars 2. I'm going to continue to stream Guild Wars 2 and whatever. But, you know, when are we going to get that time where it's like, now I want to take the RPG. Let's go away from here. When am I going to get that time where it's like, I want to take that RPG offline and and perhaps I want to go local multiplayer, or perhaps I do want to play online, but just like with a small group of people, or maybe just with one other person. And for us to progress through the story and level up our character and learn new skills and everything, when are we going to get that RPG? And, you know, that, and honestly, I think they need to have not a Fallout MMO. I think it would do really badly as a Fallout MMO, because I think the immersion would be just totally non-existent or anything. But I think what they need to do, basically take what you have with Fallout New Vegas or Fallout 4, and then just make it to where a friend can join you online, right? Just make it just even duo, right? Don't make it even that crazy with the whole 4-player, 8-player co-op. Don't even do that. Just make it duo, 2 players, okay? And honestly, okay, just refer to whoever the host as the courier, and just in the story, for the purposes of the story, just pretend like the other character doesn't even exist, right? Maybe they don't even get to talk to players, or maybe if they talk to NPCs, then maybe it just acts like player 1 is just, I don't know, but you could easily implement that, I feel like, and that would be infinitely more fun, right? If I could play Fallout New Vegas with a friend, that would just be amazing. And you know what? If you're going to go with something that takes maybe a little bit more work, allow the players to play Caravan with each other. That would be insanely awesome. But even if you don't do that, you could still do some great stuff with duo Fallout New Vegas. I think from the very beginning, from the very beginning of my interest in Fallout, okay, when I first got Fallout 3 for the Xbox 360, in the very beginning I was like, wait, do my friends get to join me on this? Because it seems like it would be perfect to just have a duo game like that. I don't know. That's just my opinion on the matter, but you know, that's maybe I'm a little bit old school with the whole thing, with the, you know, maybe a lot of people want I don't know, just single player on that crap. But I like the whole idea of couch co-op, but then also transferring that couch co-op thing to also online. Not replacing couch co-op, but I think, you know, for games that are not really conducive to couch co-op, perhaps instead having them be just like local co-op, where it feels like couch co-op, but every person gets their own screen, right? Because it's online. You know, how about we bring back LAN parties? Also, Titanium Skywalker, hello, welcome to the stream. So glad you could join us. You know, that's definitely my opinion. I think it's something that's kind of like dying in the game industry, and instead we're seeing a lot of the indie games are just single player, and you know what? That's fine, right? There's something to be said for a really great single player game, but at the same time, you know, I also feel like we need some games where you can play together with your friends. Okay, so we got this Renegade. Boom. Let's interrupt. Why is this guy even... Does this guy even know how to play Revenant? What in the world? And then he fell for my full counter. Look at that. Boom. You're welcome. Hey, Sejin. Okay. Very cool. He's saying hello to you, Sejin. Okay, we got the Transcended chest here. We also got the Thorned Caches. Alex. My friend. Okay, we got the wood chest as well. We got a skirmish chest, which we will put here. Where did all our tomes of knowledge go? Did they go into the bank or something? Because I definitely did not give them up all. Give all of them up. I definitely didn't give up all of my tomes of knowledge. Where did they go? Okay, I'm kind of wondering where they went. I spent... Basically, I got a crap ton of spirit shards. Alright, but I had like 120, and I gave up like 105, I think. Did I do that? I don't know. I freaking don't know. Alright? I don't. Another thing I need to work on is actually getting some, because I'm getting up there with World v World skirmish claim tickets. Something I need to do is I need to work on getting the next piece of ascended armor that we're going to eventually upgrade to legendary armor. And I'm definitely thinking about the leg plates. But the question is, do we go with the legendary or the ascended leg plates, Or do we instead... Is this the same Renegade? Oh my. Do we instead go with just waiting for the Legendary War in sight and then going for that first, right? Because that takes a crap ton. But do we do that? And perhaps make it grieving or something? Because hybrid... I'm going to try and make a Spellbreaker hybrid build in the next balance patch. You know, so maybe grieving would be good. Sedgett says, crazy slacking today? I don't know if he's online right now. He may be, but the servers changed linking. He's on Devona's Rest, and I'm on Maguma, and so because of that, it changed the linking, right? And he hasn't been able to transfer, and so because of that, you know, we have not been able to actually play World v World. But I do just plan on this, because when I start up an EU4 series, once the new EU4 expansion comes out, which is March 20th, by the way. Is that the freaking same Renegade? Look at this. What in the world? Full counter. Boom. I interrupted him, and he's... Dude, he's freaking dead. How many times are you going to come back and let me kill you? Boom. Oh, crap, son. Look, the Griffin... Did the Griffin knock me off? Is that who actually knocked me off? He's dead anyway. Look at this. Boom. One attack, and he's dead. I don't even know why this freaking guy keeps coming back. But look at this. All these people are queued up. You know what I need to do? I'm in combat right now. I need to freaking kill this guy first. You know what I need to do? Is I need to go to Tarnished Core. Maybe I go to Maguma. Let's go to Maguma Alpine Borderlands. I like Alpine better. GG. Thank you. That we've killed that Renegade 3 times now. That same freaking Renegade. He just keeps coming back to freaking try and do something against me, but he can't. Let's see. Are these guys outnumbered? I can't see anybody near the spawn, which is maybe a good sign. I'm not sure. I don't know, but yeah, definitely. Okay, if you did not see this, I actually said this earlier. I talked about this earlier in the stream, but if you did not see this, Opa Chegoyeo, she says Opa is the best. Thank you. If you did not see this early in the stream, I was talking about how where I basically every now and then I'm gonna make a video, like series. Okay, it's basically gonna be like a vlog where I'm gonna call it Plankycorn's Plan, or maybe Planky's Plan, something like that. And I'm gonna basically talk about what's coming up for the future of the channel. Okay, so and the first one is gonna be coming out either today or tomorrow. What I'm gonna basically do is I'm going to come up and talk about, and if you're catching this live, then you'll already know, okay, so you won't even need to watch. Look at this, I'm doing you a favor. You don't even need to watch the Planky's Plan. Basically, I'm just going to tell you now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to be starting up new series for the channel, okay? I finished up Magehunter the Berserker on Caves of Cud. I'm not going to tell you how it ends, and I'm not going to tell you which episode is the last episode, okay? But Magehunter the Berserker is finished. And I really wish I could continue that series, but I can't, unfortunately. So, what I'm going to be doing is starting up a new Caves of Cud series, okay? That's first of all. Second of all, we are going to be doing a Fallout New Vegas series. And because I played that game twice, okay, but my last playthrough was years ago, and I freaking love that game so much, and I would love to do a series. And in the past, I was sort of afraid to do it. When I did my playthrough on PC, I was afraid to do a playthrough for YouTube, and the reason why is that I feel like if I'm recording, then that's like the only time I can play, unless I want to start up a second campaign. And if I start up a second campaign, then I'm going to be playing 2 campaigns at once, and I'm going to get really burnt out on the game, and then it won't be very good. But now, it's been years since I played through it. So, I want to replay it, and it's going to be really fun, and it's going to be so awesome, so definitely stay tuned for that. I'm planning on that possibly coming out on Wednesdays. Not this Wednesday, okay, but I did test how Fallout New Vegas records on my computer, and it records just fine, okay? The frame rate is no problem, and I'm able to do that. I don't know if I'd be able to stream it, okay, but at least I can record it. And so that's going to be fine. So Caves of Cud is going to be on Saturdays. Fallout New Vegas is going to be coming out on Wednesdays. And then what I'm going to do is when the next EU4 expansion comes out, I'm going to be recording hopefully a co-op series. I'm not exactly sure, but we'll see. Definitely a new EU4 series from Rule Britannia, and that is going to be coming out on Fridays. And then when the new Hearts of Iron 4 DLC comes out, that's going to be my Sunday series, and it's going to be called Strategy Sunday. If I have any more Guild Wars 2 guide videos to come out with, if I have any more to make, then those will also come out on the same Sunday. It's just that they will be at a different time. Okay, so currently I have in Korea time. Oppa no mucho. Thank you. I appreciate that. Currently Korea time, what I have is Hearts of Iron 4 will be coming out. Or most of my stuff comes out 10 a.m. Korea time, which is basically the time of my streams. Okay, so if you watch my streams when they go live, it's going to be at that time. So basically every single day at 10 a.m. Korea time, there's going to be some new piece of content to watch from me. But if I've got an additional video that comes out that day, I will either, if it's just a spur of the moment, like I really just want to record a video and just put something out, then it's just going to get uploaded when it gets uploaded, okay? But if it's scheduled, like perhaps if I have a new Guild Wars 2 guide video to make, have you any tips on starting to stream as a beginner? I've wanted to stream games, but I'm really shy. Okay, I will get into that as soon as I finish talking about this. So if I so I'm going to schedule that. Probably what I usually do is do it at 3 p.m. Korea time, which in Eastern America time is 1 a.m. Yeah, I do that because it's like it's a good time in Korea time, so it's good for my Korean viewers, and then it's also like if you're staying up late, and then you might get a pleasant surprise from me at that time. So that's basically going to be the schedule: is EU4 on Fridays, Caves of Cut on Saturdays, Hearts of Iron 4 on Sundays, and then Fallout New Vegas on Wednesdays. That's going to be the schedule. And of course, streams every day. Oh yeah, and then on Mondays, since I don't have to work on Mondays, what I'm going to do is hopefully stream for a longer amount of time and then stream some other game after Guild Wars 2. That being said, do you have any tips for streaming as a beginner? Well, honestly, what you have to do is basically practice being in front of a camera and practice talking to yourself. Alright, and also practice your gap fillers, okay? Gap fillers are a fantastic tool, and if they're done right. If they're not done right, then they sound really bad, honestly. But and what do I mean by gap fillers, alright? Gap fillers are words like and 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 specifically are words that you kind of want to avoid. Oh, and I got a message on Kakao Talk. Hold on. Hold on. I have to respond to this. Okay, so specifically and are words that you want to avoid, but there are other words that you can use and other strategies that you can use to kind of fill the space, because basically, yeah, you want to avoid basically, oh my goodness, sorry. Okay, basically, you want to avoid what is called dead air, and what that means is that you basically want to avoid silence from you. Okay, you want, and I do say and yes, that's my fault, honestly. I try to avoid that, but sometimes it's a horrible habit. It's an insanely strong habit, and it's very hard to break, okay? So, yes, I do it too. But some other things that you want to avoid are basically, you want to avoid yourself being silent. It's okay if the game is silent, okay? Because sometimes the game needs to set a mood. And sometimes it's okay for you to be silent if the game is in like a cinematic. If it's in a cutscene or something like that, then it's okay to be silent for a little bit. Maybe make a little brief comment here and there. but you really want to avoid long periods of time when you're silent. And the way that you do that is I mean, I can't really speak for everybody, okay, but these are the things that I have learned. And basically, you want to allow yourself to go off on tangents, all right, because when you go off on tangents, you allow yourself more things to talk about. And the more stuff you have to talk about, the better, because you really want to just basically think of new things to talk about on the fly, okay? If you have tons of things to talk about, then you will never have to be silent. Another thing that you could do is talk a little bit slower. Don't talk really slowly, but talk a little bit slower. Basically, talk as if the most interesting thing you're going to say is what you're about to say. And that really helps many times because, I said again, because it keeps people engaged and it keeps people interested. If you're just silent, if you're talking about nothing, and look, I'm even avoiding these players. Hold on, my game froze. Oh, I thought I was about to crash. And if you're basically talking about nothing, then people don't really care, okay? And people are going to lose interest, and they're going to close out your video, and they're not going to really watch for very long. But if you're talking about something really interesting, then people are going to want to stay. And another thing, this is not really a gap filler, but it's just something that I use, is you want to practice your tone of voice. You want to make sure that you are not monotonous in any way, because if you're monotonous, then it's really, really boring to listen to. And I say this having listened to many YouTubers that were very monotonous, and there were some times when I just watched them just because of the game that they're playing, and I just want to watch somebody that's playing this certain game. But if there's somebody that's more interesting to listen to that's playing that same game, then absolutely I'm gonna freaking get out of this neighborhood because there's a big Zerg right there. Then absolutely I'm going to watch the more interesting person rather than watch the person who sounds like they're absolutely not interested in what they're doing or what they're talking about or what they're playing. Whatever. Okay? There are many other... Hold on, I'm going to die for a second. Just let... Okay, no. There's no way I can fight this unless my allies get here. Hold on. Holy crap, let's see if we can do this. There are many other gap fillers that I allow myself to use. Okay, for example, okay, because that's all right, because okay is a word that kind of like asks for confirmation, and it kind of makes people feel, and rightly so, it makes people feel like you value their opinion, which I do. So when people feel like they are appreciated, when people feel like you like that they're there and you're asking them questions or something like that, then they want to stay. And another thing that's really good to say is because. When you say something and then you say because, make sure you actually do give a reason, but it gives you a tiny bit of time to actually think about what you're saying. And it also allows you to come up with another topic, potentially. If you already know what you're going to say, then you could just come up with another topic in that brief pause that you get from saying the word because. Another gap filler is and. So, and, basically anything can follow and. So, when you say and, you can completely change the subject. Just make sure that you kind of find some other thing to say in your next topic that basically justifies you changing the subject. Like, if you say, and I'm also going to be doing this, you know, notice how I use the word also. You might want to use the word also because it kind of gives people a little bit of context, as in, you know, you're basically naming your thoughts that you're having. Another really good tactic that I use is sometimes I will say the same exact thing in 2 different ways, and that allows me some time to think. So for example, sometimes Sejin joins the stream, and Sejin is in Korean time just like I am, and I stream in the morning in Korean time. And so, basically, what I will say is she will join the stream and I say, I hope you're having a good day, I hope you're having a good morning. And that is the same exact thing that I basically say the exact same thing in just different words. I just switch out one of the words. But I'm avoiding the dead air. Okay, I'm still avoiding the dead air at all costs. And because I'm doing that, I allow myself a slight bit of time to think. And when you're able to think, then you're able to come up with more things to say. So basically, that was a really long way of going about it, but my main point is you want to avoid gap fillers. Or sorry, not avoid gap fillers. You want to practice your gap fillers. You want to avoid dead air. Another tip is you want to respond to the chat. If you have people in the chat, you definitely want to keep an eye on it. Because if people feel like you're responding to them, then they will want to keep being engaged. They will want to keep chatting. And honestly, chat is super helpful for coming up with things to talk about. Because sometimes there is like kind of a drought with things to talk about, and I've got like nothing, right? Like I have practiced a lot coming up with things to talk about even when there isn't really that much to talk about, but sometimes I just am drawing a blank so much, and the chat really helps. And so because of that, sorry, hold on, I'm busy dying for a second, and this guy's freaking ally is here, and I'm trying to interrupt him, but he's got stability. No, I'm dead. And there have been some times when I just can't avoid it, right? I just cannot avoid... I can't change here? Why can't I change? Okay, that's weird. But there are just certain times when, you know, you just can't avoid it, you just don't have any topics. But if there's somebody in the chat, primarily Sejin, because Sejin is always in the chat, and I really, really appreciate Sejin, sometimes she will say something and it will get me something to say and give me something to talk about, and perhaps it might spring a thought about... like emojis. Sometimes she just responds with emojis. And because of that, sometimes it will actually spring a thought that leads me to many other topics to talk about, which is pretty useful and very helpful. So thank you again, Sejin. Sejin, you are the best, and I am so glad that you join the stream every day. I mean, there's nothing better that I could even ask for. But yeah, so definitely engage with your stream, with your viewers when they do something in the chat. Another thing is, occasionally I've been streaming and somebody makes a really bad comment to me. Somebody occasionally makes a mean comment to me. Leave it up, okay? And don't get angry. Another comment, Sejin, she's so proud. And you should be, Sejin. Sometimes people will be super mean to me, okay? And they have been in the past. But the key is you can't get angry. Because if you get angry, people really don't want to watch that, okay? A little fake rage is alright. Fake rage is absolutely okay. You're like, no, stop, blah, 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 blah. But if it's not the premise of your channel, then nobody really wants to see that. Like, there's a channel, a lot of people, holy crap, it's the same two guys. A lot of people watch this streamer, well, he streams, but he's primarily just records videos. And a lot of people watch him. His name is Dashy, alright? And one of the premises for his channel is his rage. And that's totally okay. Because then, but the thing is, he yells, he's loud, or whatever. And that's one of the gimmicks of his channel. That's one of the things that makes his channel unique. These are two warriors. I'm gonna die. There's no way I can fight two warriors, alright? One Spellbreaker or Berserker, too. Oh, no. This is infested with reds. Nope, better dead than red. Yeah, no, I'm dead. But anyway, so key is not to get angry. Don't get angry at the viewers, right, when they make mean comments. And then also, don't get mad at the game, because sometimes it's easy to rage at a game. But people don't really want to see that. So it's okay to laugh it off. It's alright to say, you know, well, we died, but let's try again, and we'll see if we can do this. If it's getting to be too much, stop recording, finish the thing, and rage as much as you want off camera, and then start recording when you finish it and edit it. Okay, edit it together and make sure that you don't have any of that real rage on camera. Okay, because that people don't freaking want to watch that. All right, nobody wants to see a guy just screaming at his computer or whatever, unless it's the premise of his thing. Okay, nobody, because basically what it says to the people is that you're being fake. And that you really don't care about this thing as much as you probably actually do. And so definitely keep those things in mind. there are some other tips. I don't know if you're interested in like the technical aspects or like things that you could do to like get your streaming set up technically, but those are just some tips for actually being on camera while you're streaming or while you're recording. Some things that have really helped me. Another thing that I think often goes overlooked is that if you're going to be streaming especially, but also recording videos, definitely practice talking for long periods of time, because you would be surprised how many times in the early days my voice got so tired, and it takes a lot of practice sometimes because you got to talk constantly for long periods of time. If somebody's just coming onto your stream and they just see you like that, that's not interesting to watch, is it? Right? Even you were like, how long is he even going to do this, right? Because it's not interesting to watch. It's really boring. Practice drinking. I'm not going to drink, Sejin. I told you so many times. But, so make sure you're being able to talk and make sure your voice is prepared for it. Is that a ranger and its pet? I can't. Hold on. Sejin really wants me to drink. I'm not going to drink. Can I join in on this? I feel like I'm really going to kill this guy. Okay, well, I can at least join in. Okay, boom. We killed that guy. I got a little bit of experience, right? We were able to defend the thing. Sejin. Yeah, Sejin really wants me to drink. She wants me to drink the hard stuff. Like, she wants me to drink soju. Soju is 20-some% liquor. She doesn't... Do you know soju? Yes. And yeah, I don't know. Maybe he does know soju. But, oh my goodness. She wants me... She's not even saying, oh, just drink. Just try out beer or whatever. Try out some wine or whatever. She's saying go straight for the freaking strongest drink in the freaking world. I cannot do that. I'm not doing that. I don't even drink anyway. I don't drink alcohol at all. Oh my goodness. So it would be a funny reaction. Yeah. It's a funny reaction because she always tells me to drink even though I don't. She wants me to drink on stream too. She wants to just see my reaction. She wants me she wants to see me get drunk. Oh my goodness. I'm not gonna drink. I drink water, okay? You know what I had for breakfast today? You know what I drank for breakfast? Grape juice, alright? And I finished it off. That was the last of my grape juice in the house. Is that weird? I don't know. Anyway, no, I've never been drunk before. I don't even know the taste of alcohol, honestly. I don't even know what beer tastes like. I don't know what wine or soju or whiskey or anything tastes like. I've never gotten drunk. It's personal choice. Sejin doesn't like it. She wants me to drink. But I don't know. Those are basically my main tips. And especially it's been difficult a little bit lately because on my voice, all right? Because I have a job that requires me to talk a lot as well. And back when I was in college, it was much easier because I wasn't really required to talk so much. I was just required to listen. But now I'm a teacher and I talk a lot. And so because of that, oh yes, we're outnumbered, good. Because of that, let me take off my shirt. Not both of my shirts, alright? Don't demonetize me, YouTube. That's a joke, because I've already been demonetized. But now that I have a job that requires me to talk a lot, I've got the streams every day, and then plus I work 4 days a week, and I'll tell you what, I'm really afraid of what Fridays are going to do to my throat, okay? Because Fridays, I have to work, I have to teach 6 straight hours. And that's not easy. I'm basically having to stream for 6 hours, in addition to the 2 hours I do in the morning. So, and there's a 10-minute break after 3 hours, and then, it's insane. And you also have to stand up for that entire time. It is very, very difficult. But we do our best, right? We're warriors. Warrior main. Okay? Spellbreaker. Magehunter. That's how you say Spellbreaker in Korean. Probably Sejin has never even heard that word because I kind of made the word. Okay? Magehunter means Magehunter, which means a person who breaks magic. And that is what that is. So, I don't know. I mean, it's going to be difficult, but practicing some more and getting my throat in shape because it's very important to me to be able to stream, and I'm not going to sacrifice streaming. I refuse to get on a railroad track that is life. I refuse to get off of this boat, because currently I'm on a boat. I'm on a freaking boat. Basically, what I mean by that is that a lot of people, when they go through life, they go on a train, okay? They're on a train track, and they go and they do what other people want them to do, and they go through the motions, right? They graduate college, they get a job, and they basically become, you know, this corporate whatever, and I'm not even going to go into that much detail, but they, you know, they get a job, and they just work, and they sacrifice their dreams. And I don't want to do that. I want to be on a boat. A boat doesn't go in just one direction. A boat can go wherever you want it to go. And sometimes it's affected by the wind or whatever a little bit. You know, boats sink more often than trains crash, right? But you could go wherever you freaking want. And that is what I want to do. And I want to retain this dream. I've got a dream of being able to do this. Being able to do YouTube. And I'm passionate about it. Because it's not just money. It's never been about just money. And if it was just about money, thanks in advance for the tips. Also, great analogy. Thank you. It's never been about the money. You know, there was a period of time where I did make money from YouTube, and I really enjoyed that time. And then get your boat in the Sahara Desert. Well, you could sort of do that basically if you go in the Nile. You know, I mean, you could sail on the Nile. I think. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there are some boats that could go in the Nile. I don't know. Anyways, my point is, I really did enjoy the the period of time where I could make money from YouTube. That was a great time. But then, because of my lack of subscribers and because I had been doing YouTube for a long time, now they took away that ability. And you know, that's okay, because it's never been about that. The reason when I started making YouTube videos, I didn't even know it was possible to make money on YouTube. That was like a foreign idea to me. And now that I know it's possible, that's great. But I can't do it yet. And that's all right. Maybe someday I'll get to that point again. But the point is, the reason I do it is because I enjoy it. And I've talked about this many times before on my stream, how there were a lot of people, and there was sort of like this culture on YouTube where it's just like, oh, it's not about the money or whatever. But then YouTube took away a lot of people's ability to get money from it, and then all of a sudden, now it's all about money. And now people are so ticked off about it. And but if it was never about the money, then, you know, why are you so ticked off that they're taking that ability away when most of the people, like, if you're under 1,000 subscribers, you're not going to be making that much money anyway. Honestly, if you're making $5 a year or whatever, you're not even going to get a paycheck from Google for 20 years. Okay? It's insane. It's just like, why would you even be upset about that? But me, I decided, you know what? I made my video about it. I made my video about, you know, it's bad news, but I also said in that video that I'm not going to stop making videos. And I say that I still enjoy doing it, and I'm still going to continue to do it. Hold on, I'm responding to this message. And you know, because I enjoy doing it, and because I love to play games, because I love to play Guild Wars 2, because I like to chat with people that are watching me, that is why I do it. And so even if I could never make money from YouTube, even if it was impossible, even if all I had to rely on was the occasional patron, the occasional donation, I would still do it. Because it's fun. If I could just build up some kind of audience that wants to talk with me and is entertained from my content, that's my goal. That is what I'm going for. And I'm super happy about that, honestly. I'm really happy that I'm kind of not tied down, like I'm only doing this stuff for money, because basically I could play kind of whatever game I want at this point. I could actually play whatever game I want. I could use whatever music I want and just do kind of like whatever I want with my channel, because I don't have to worry about the monetization. And I don't want to do that because I kind of feel like, even if it's technically legal, I kind of feel like I'm infringing on some people's copyrights, okay? Like I just don't want to do that to the people that create the content, right? There's There's this music creator named Antti Martikainen, and he's like an independent composer, and he does sell licenses, and you could buy licenses to use his music on your videos. But I could use his music, but I love his music, and I don't want to like use it without his permission. And you know, I kind of want his blessing going into it. Also, Chaminyo Sunbae, why are you calling me Sunbae? Sunbae, by the way, fun fact, Sunbae is the Korean word for senpai. Okay, it's the Korean equivalent to senpai. So I don't know why she's calling me Sunbae. She wants me to notice her, maybe. Sunbae noticed me. Oh my goodness. But I don't know. I'm just you know, basically I could play whatever game I want, do whatever I want, because I don't have to worry about the copyright or the monetization. But I'm gonna keep my stuff, you know, monetization friendly, just so that, because eventually I am gonna get remonetized. Eventually, I mean, at the rate I'm growing at, I'm eventually going to get remonetized. I'm gonna get those rights back, and so, you know, I want to keep my channel friendly to that. But no terir koya, you're gonna hit me. She said she's gonna hit me in Korean. You're gonna punch me. My goodness. I freaking love this water, okay? You know what? Okay, another tip, by the way. Another tip. Keep some water when you stream, especially if you're going to be streaming for, like, more than 1 hour. Why, Sejin? That's mean. By the way, her name is Sejin, as in S-E-J-I-N. It's not Sejin. She messes with me. She's so savage. She once said, okay, somebody had a question like, are these real people that you're killing in this game? She said, if he wins, then it's computer, and if she and if he loses, if he dies, it's a real person. So, it's okay, it's all right. What time do you go to workplace? Somebody asked me, what time do I go to my workplace? It's right, it happens many times, many times. Honestly, I have so many Westerner friends that just, like, for some reason, I think Korean names are difficult for Westerners to like, I don't know, just to be able to listen to and then say, okay, definitely it's spelled like this or whatever. Don't feel bad about it. It happens to everybody. It happened to me before, too, so. But it happens. But, let me see. I don't work today. So, there you go. I mean, it happens. I'm so glad that we're outnumbered, by the way, because in previous streams we were not outnumbered, and we kept just going so slow, especially because we were getting the extra pip from wood, but then we also were, like, in 3rd place all the time, and that kind of sucked, honestly. That sucked. It was, like, only 4 pips per thing, and that's why we barely got into bronze last time. That sucked. That is why Chinese, Japanese, Korean, Thai all use English names in foreign countries. Well, yeah. I mean, I've got to say that. Seja, do you have an English name? I don't know if I ever asked you this, but I'm wondering if you have an English name, because I have a Korean name. Foreigners cannot pronounce Asian names. Don't feel bad, honestly. Don't feel bad. Dude, even if I spelled it like even if I spelled, oh my goodness, now somebody's asking for my phone number. Even if I spelled the name, a lot of people would think it's pronounced Sejin. So, like, you do not use English names. All right, well, I don't blame you, honestly. You're in Korea. You don't really need to have an English name. And, I mean, I don't know. I don't think you really need one. And plus, honestly, I'm just going to say Sejin. Yeah, some people say that. I'm just going to say, honestly, some Korean people, when they choose English names, they choose kind of bad English names. I'm just going to say that. I'm just going to come right out and say that. All right? Because I don't know. I'm not even going to say, like, Jin from Tekken. There you go. I'm not even going to say the names that they choose, because I bet somewhere there's a viewer with that name, and they're just going to be like, he hates everybody named this, and so they're just going to, like, leave. But But no, I'm just gonna say a lot of Korean people that I've seen, they choose kind of crappy names, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm just gonna leave it at that. So definitely, I like the Korean name better. Honestly, there are also a lot of things that Korean people do that I'm just like, why do you do this? Okay, honestly, the what is it? Was there some Korean word? Sometimes they have a perfectly good Korean word, and they will instead convert the English word into Korean pronunciation and letters. And I can't stand it when they do this. A good example is with the word building, okay? The Korean word for building is 건물. And that's a perfectly good Korean word. It's not an obsolete word. It's not an archaic word. It's a modern word, still used in many, many cases. But for some reason, Korean people think it's a good idea to say building. Why? Why? Just use your own word. I just don't get it. I kind of understand with the word 휴대폰, which means cell phone. 조용히 하세요. Yeah, when I'm dissing Westerners, you're all right with it, but when it comes down to you, then you want you want me to be quiet. I kind of understand it with like 핸드폰 and 휴대폰 because the Korean word for technically the Korean word for cell phone is 휴대전화기, and it's kind of like archaic. It's kind of like an old word nobody uses. It's obsolete. But still, I prefer. They have two different words for it. They've got 핸드폰 and 휴대폰, and 핸드폰 is really Konglish because they're saying hand phone, and I don't like that word. I prefer 휴대폰 because 휴대 means portable, so they're saying portable phone. 핸드폰. I prefer 휴대폰. But if you're talking about just a regular phone, which people usually don't use anymore because many people just use cell phones. If you're talking about a landline, then I prefer the word 전화기, and probably a lot of Korean people even would just not agree with me on that because they think maybe it's an obsolete word or whatever. But I like it. I like the word. And kinka, I don't know what kinka is. But skinship is another Konglish word. Skinship, but the other thing is I don't know what skinship. I don't know what the Korean equivalent of that is. They have this thing where they say skinship, but the word for that that's basically PDA. It's like public display of affection, where people are like making out in public and everything. And I don't know what the Korean equivalent of that is. Is it like, I don't know, emu? I don't know. Is that the word for it? Like 밖에 하는 애정? I don't know. Which means affection that's done outside. I don't know. I'm trying to come up with my very limited Korean skills, and it's not working out too well. But it's English. Skinship? Hold on. You pronounce like Korean too. Yeah. Well, the thing is, skinship is not an English word. It's just something that Koreans think is English, but it's not actually English. Like hand phone. Nobody says hand phone. We say cell phone. Or just phone. Phone just means it just means cell phone. Phone just is synonymous with cell phone. So we have that. But you say pon. Yeah, you do say pon. But I don't know. There's some other words like that. I really think they should just use a Korean word because I prefer it. But some people don't. I mean they're allowed. One time, okay. Another thing is that like when you go to restaurants, you know how like when you get the burger along with a drink and fries. By the way, does the name Luke have a Korean pronunciation? Luke. That's what it would be, or Luke. But Luke may be better. It depends on your preference. Yeah, Luke. And I kind of forgot what I was even saying, but okay, hold on. Somebody wants to know my phone number. I'm just gonna let them know. Why? I'm also asking why. Why do they want my phone number? Luke. Luke will be how we say it because of the syllables. Yeah, basically, the Korean writing system is divided up into blocks, and each block is like a syllable. Same thing, yeah, nice, because every block has to have both a vowel and a consonant. And so you can't just have like a consonant, which is that S, that's the S thing. The K looks like a backwards F, and you can't just have that sitting alone by itself, so they just add kind of like a like it's a vowel, but it has like a very kind of like mild pronunciation, which is that straight line down below it. It's just and so they add that just to kind of like indicate that the consonant is the last sound in it. And you know, that's just what they do. You can have a thing. Oh yeah, the other thing is my name is Alex, and so in Korean when they spell it, they say Alex, because the ending sound is like an S, but they put that vowel underneath it so that there's like an extra sound there. And it will still be correct, because if you have a consonant sitting by itself, it's incorrect. Every single block has to have a thing, has to have a vowel and a consonant. So, you know, there you go. But, goodness, I'm almost freaking done with this bottle of water. I can't believe I've needed so much water today. By the way, if any of you have played the game Nantucket, definitely let me know what that is like, because I am thinking about getting that. And I'm also getting a call. Hold on one second. Okay, so that was my old coworker. She was asking about something. To be honest, I've never played Guild Wars before. Looks good though. Okay, I'm curious as to how you found my channel. Actually, oh, that's a good question. Actually, how did you find my channel if you didn't play Guild Wars? Because I'm curious as to how I can reach out to more people, and currently I'm just kind of like only gaining popularity mainly within the Guild Wars community. Did you find my channel through Sejin? That's kind of interesting, but if you found my channel through Sejin, then wait, Sejin, did you tell him about my channel? That's awesome. But yeah, I played, honestly, I've been involved with Guild Wars for like 11 years now, and Guild Wars 2 for maybe. Okay, definitely you did. I've been involved with Guild Wars. I started Guild Wars 1 like 11 years ago in 2007. That was when I was in middle school, guys. That was insane. Also, Titanium Skywalker could subscribe. Thank you so much. I think you're my 622nd subscriber, so thank you. But yeah, Guild Wars 1 started in 2007, and then Guild Wars 2 came out in 2012, and I've been playing that. I took kind of a few years of a break from Guild Wars 2 once Heart of Thorns came out, honestly, because I don't know, it wasn't really grabbing my attention, right? Warrior was not really that fun to play at that point, and I didn't know anything about making builds or anything, or stats or gear or whatever. And that was one of my inspirations for making the Guild Wars 2 noob guide, by the way. If you haven't seen that series, definitely check that out. But I didn't know a lot about doing that. And, oh, apparently, you guys can't see the chat, but Stoneman's Castle is under attack, and so they're calling everybody to the emergency waypoint, because apparently it's getting dire. Which means, hopefully, that we will be outnumbered next tick, because I'm not going to defend Stoneman's Castle. So, okay, so let's go. And, yeah, I've been involved with Guild Wars for a long time, and it's just been really fun. And if there is support for it on my channel, perhaps I could go back and just single-player run through some of the Guild Wars 1 stuff. I don't know how interesting that would be to watch, because I'm not going to create a new account. But I may just go through with my current character and with my current warrior. His name is Vitae Magehunter, instead of my warrior here, which is Spiritus Magehunter. And I could just go through there and run through all the missions and everything. But yeah, I don't know if there's support for it on my channel. I'll do it, but yeah, I don't know. Yeah, what else was I gonna say? I was gonna actually... Oh yeah, the game Nantucket. If anybody has played that, it's on Steam right now, and it looks to be very, very interesting, but it's not something that I would necessarily take a big risk on for it being good. I don't know if it would be popular, but if I get it, I would definitely record some videos of it. And I will definitely like to put that out. But currently, as it stands, I think I've got pretty much my work cut out for me. I think it's pretty much cut out for me how I'm basically streaming for a longer period of time. Hold on, this word hatte is heart. Yeah, that's heart. Where I'm getting a longer stream on Mondays, and then and I can't do it this Monday. I'm really sorry. Okay, the chat was a little bit behind. Okay, now I see. That's a little weird. But basically, I'm gonna be doing a longer stream on Mondays. Can't do it this stream this Monday because I've got kind of like some stuff to do today. But probably starting next Monday. And then I've got Fallout 4 on Wednesdays, not this Wednesday. Then I've got EU4 on Fridays. Not gonna be this Friday because the expansion pack is not out yet. And then Caves of Cut on Saturdays, which there's still episodes of Magehunter the Berserker coming out, and so those are gonna be still coming out on Saturdays. And on Sundays is going to be the Hearts of Iron 4 series, which will not start on Sunday because I think I still have a few episodes of the Guild Wars 2 noob guide coming out. And so we're definitely going to... Also, that's prevented from capture. There's a timer on that, so I'm not going to go for that. So we got that. We got so many things that I don't even know where the time for a new game series would come into play. Perhaps on Tuesdays or Thursdays, but the problem with that is it's just a lot. It's a lot of recording, and I don't want to get burnt out. I want to be really careful of not getting burnt out. So Hintahatte. Yeah, that's also another word. It's hint. Yeah, also I'm curious if you found out Titanium Skywalker, if you found out about my channel from Sejin, do you live in Korea? Because that would be awesome if you also lived in Korea, just like Sejin did. Okay, we are outnumbered. Sweet! A bunch of people got called to the Eternal Borderlands to defend Stoneman's Castle, and now we're outnumbered. Okay, we also got a loot box. If you guys are not familiar with this stream, I do wait until the end to open all the loot boxes, and so definitely stay tuned for that. Usually the star of the show is Mistwarp packets. We're only going to get one from the last wood chest, so there's not going to be that many, but... Sadly, no, live in UK. Okay, I'm very curious as to... I mean, if you don't want to share it to me, if it's kind of like a personal question, then you don't have to answer it, but I'm curious as to, like, how you and Sejin became friends. Very cool information. I know when I was in America, I used to use many different methods to try and get Korean friends. And oh, a channel. Okay. Furlot channel. Okay. But okay, so maybe so you met through a channel, maybe a YouTube channel. All right, that's very cool. That is pretty cool. Do we go over there and see if we can capture that supply camp? Maybe. I suppose. Yeah, but I used to use, dude, I used to try like pen pal websites and all that stuff to try and get Korean friends, and that was kind of crazy. And now they have this app called Meef, where you can find Korean friends so easily, and it's actually gotten a little bit too much. Like, I get so many requests from Meef, and I'm just like, I kind of have too many Korean friends right now. Like, I can't keep up with all of them, and so unfortunately I have to like deny a lot of the requests. But now they have that app, and it's a pretty good app, honestly. I definitely recommend it. I kind of wish they would sponsor me, honestly, because it's so easy to recommend them. And also, I would love to have a sponsorship. Oh my goodness. Okay. By the way, what time is it there in the UK? I'm kind of curious because I don't know. I know what time it is in the eastern United States because I'm constantly calculating that because I am. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. Hold on, vengeance. Let's see if I can freaking kill this guy. Stop. Oh no, I'm dead. I died. Holy frick. Oh yeah, all my friends and family and stuff live in the eastern United States, so I of course know that time zone, but I don't know what time. Okay, 2:20 a.m. there. Okay, very cool. This stream is gonna last for another about 40 minutes, because usually I stream for 2 hours. So if you want to see those loot boxes, then you have to wait for a little bit longer. I hope you're okay with staying up late. It's got to be, I think it's like, what, Monday morning there? Because we're ahead. That's right, because we're ahead of Greenwich Mean Time. So, you know, there you go. But can we maybe capture this? Okay, it's still on timer, which is cool. Nice course. Okay, that's much appreciated, honestly. I really appreciate it when people like come in and they stay for a long time, because it's more people that I get to chat with, right? It's something that's really, really cool to me, and of course, like I said before, it gives me more stuff to talk about, and it keeps me company, and you know, before this happened, basically before I started getting a lot of regular viewers, it was me just basically talking to myself all the time, and it's okay. I can do that because I practice that a lot. But, you know, I talk to myself when I record my videos. But at the same time, you know, it's so much more fun to be able to actually talk with a person while I stream. That's sort of like the purpose of live streaming, is you want to be able to talk with people as you do stuff. You know, if you're just going to record a video where you talk to yourself, then might as well just record a video. But, you know, so there you go. But, you know what I actually might do is, later on today, if I've got time, potentially what I could do is record some of the Fallout New Vegas. I might go with that. Also, there's a red Zerg here, and this is going to be bad for me. This is definitely going to be super... Look at all those conditions. Did you guys see that? You see all the freaking conditions on me? That was insane. Holy frick. Okay, so I'm dead. Hold on 1 second. I need to use the bathroom, and I will be right back. Okay, so I'll leave the chat up here so you can still chat. Okay, I am back. Okay, I found New Vegas quite weird. Couldn't get used to it after Fallout 3. I honestly find New Vegas quite similar to Fallout 3, honestly. I think it's more similar to Fallout 3 than Fallout 4 was. That's just my opinion. But, and that's all I have. My opinion is all I have. Here's the Miss War packet. Here we go. And we are also on to bronze, so I'm super glad that we actually completed wood within this first stream. It's because we're outnumbered. Also, yes, I'm also curious to know what Sejin's favorite game is. And I did enjoy Fallout 4, don't get me wrong. I definitely enjoyed Fallout 4, but I prefer Fallout New Vegas. I think that, you know, let's see. With friends, League, Blade and Soul, Alone, Pokemon. What is Blade and Soul? I've never heard of that game. Is that a Korean game? I've never heard of that. Of course, I know about League of Legends, right? Everybody knows League of Legends, especially in Korea. But still got 2.5 minutes before we can actually capture this, but we can actually move on. And see, of course, it's a Korean game. Well, wait, is League of Legends a Korean game? Guys, I think it was a Korean game. I think it was just popular in Korea. So I don't think it's super obvious. Also, we've got a Mesmer after us, which means we're probably gonna die pretty soon. Hold on, let's see. I can never even tell how many people are actually after us. I think we've got many people. Yeah, oh no. Oh yeah, we've got a Mirage and a Chronomancer and a Dragon Hunter. Yep, no. That's it. It released in Europe and North America. Okay. Did not know that. Is that like an RPG or something? Like, what kind of game is that? It kind of sounds like an RPG. I like RPGs. See, Blade and Soul. Oh, here we go. Sedgwick just copies information from Wikipedia. Blade and Soul is a Korean fantasy martial arts massively multiplayer online role-playing game developed by NCSoft. Wikipedia initial release date June 30th, 2012. Okay, so it was released a little bit earlier than Guild Wars 2, because Guild Wars 2 was released in August of 2012. Genre massively multiplayer online role-playing game. Adaptation of Blade and Soul 2014. Developers NCSoft, Team Bloodlust, and Platform. Platform Microsoft, Windows. Publishers NCSoft. Blah 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 blah. So NCSoft is also the company that publishes Guild Wars 2. Fun fact. Okay, they've got a Korean. It's actually NCSoft West. Okay, so it's not like they're being managed by Korean thing, but you can make really cute characters. I'm out. I hate cute characters. Uh-oh. Okay. Oh, it's just a ranger. Alright, just a ranger. Dude, you're a freaking druid. Alright, listen. I already hate mages, and you're just a ranger pretending to be a mage. Chill, alright? Chill with the freaking fronting. This ranger is fronting. You know what I always tell people? Don't even front. That's what I tell them. And you know what this guy's doing? He's freaking fronting. Would you get a... Dude, get back here. Oh my goodness. He's running away. Immobilize. Throw bolas. Boom. I freaking immobilized somebody else. Oh my gosh. Are they gonna kill... The NPCs are gonna kill me. Hold on. I'm dead. Okay, you got the, Guild Wars 2 Warrior is so weak, it's a little cute too. Oh my gosh, so savage. Oh my goodness. I think it's just me. I think I am the weak one. Because I've been killed so many times by warriors. Nuna says, I'm leaving now, she wants to go. Let's see, okay, have fun. Alright, there we go. Yeah, I know, Sejin is very, very savage. Insults me all the time. But I have died to many warriors, so I think it might just be me that's weak. Can we just, like, deposit stuff? Oh, we got so many Imperial fragments now. We gotta use our obsidian shards. Okay, boom. And, honestly, I think Guild Wars 2 has a lot of good callbacks to Guild Wars 1. But there are some aspects of Guild Wars 1 that I wish that they still had, but they don't. Like, they had so many skills in Guild Wars 1, and especially for Warrior, those skills were so fun to play. As Warrior, you know, swords could be a conditioned weapon, but they could also be just like a flat damage weapon, and they could also be like a defensive weapon, honestly, which is kind of crazy to even think about. Also, we got... Dude, we gotta freaking stop going for this supply camp, because we just get all the players on us. AoE knockback, boom. Dude, oh, this sucks. I'm just gonna go for the ruins. Like, I don't know, sword could be, like a defensive weapon, and, you know, I've talked about this before, but I have a really cool idea for the next Warrior Elite specialization that I don't think has ever been discussed before. But I just want to say, in Guild Wars 1, you had, like, some block skills on sword that kind of felt like you were fencing. And that, it was really fun to play. And I think that, and this is sort of modeled a tiny bit with offhand sword, okay, riposte, because it's a block, okay, block the next attack, and then it's kind of like a counter attack, okay, then you block, and then if you don't get attacked, then you get adrenaline, and if you do attack, you inflict 4 stacks of bleeding. Sort of modeled with that, but not quite the same. We had an elite skill. If I can remember right, we had an elite skill that was like some kind of parry. And not the platypus, okay? Not that kind of parry. But I think they should have something like that, with some kind of playstyle like that for Warrior. And sadly they don't, okay? You've got maces, which are CC, you've got swords, which are like condition, you've got shield, which is just straight up blocking a lot. You don't have like really tactful combat. I always break Alex down, but he never gets angry with me. How could I ever get angry at Sejin? Sejin is just the cutest. She is the best, alright? Could never get angry at Sejin. You know, like, they don't really have tactful combat with Warrior. And I think maybe they ought to have some kind of longsword that's like not... It's not like a great sword like it currently is with Warrior, how you've got like some damage and some mobility or whatever. Maybe you have a long sword that it's just one-handed, or it's just, I mean, it's just one weapon, meaning it's two-handed. And instead of getting like really damaging skills or whatever, it's more of a defensive weapon. I think that would be so cool. Maybe you have a little bit of CC, right? You got a block in there, because daggers do have CC, but there's no block in there. It's definitely not a defensive weapon by any means. So, I don't know. I just feel like they should have some kind of defensive thing. But what my suggestion was, 난 오빠가 자랑스러워. 나는 오빠가 자랑스러워. It's Guild Wars 2 on Steam. Guild Wars 2 is not on Steam, but I believe you could just go to guildwars2.com. It's actually free to play, so you can download it for free, and then it's a pretty good free-to-play experience, honestly. And if you want to buy the game, then basically you just buy one of the 2 expansions, and that will unlock all the rest of the pay-to-play features. Could depend on what class you want to play, you know, for the elite specializations and stuff. But basically, for the next elite specialization, I think for Warriors, we need to have more burst skills. All right, you've got Scourge that has these profession skills that allows them to do stuff with their Sandshades. You've got Rangers that can do a whole bunch of stuff with their pets. You've got all these different things that Mesmers can do with their clones. Why not give Warriors multiple burst skills and just have them cost adrenaline? Alright, in Guild Wars 1, we had many skills as Warriors that used adrenaline, and maybe they were really powerful, but they cost adrenaline, so you actually need to keep fighting for a while in order to actually be able to use them. I always go back to this one. You even had a few elite skills that used adrenaline. Okay, adrenaline is the unique mechanic for Warrior, and I think one of those was a skill called Decapitate, which is for axes, and they do have that skill in this game, but it's a primal burst skill for Warriors, or for Berserkers. But one of my favorite skills in that game was Lion's Comfort, and it was a healing skill that was very unlike most of the healing skills of the game, because instead of using energy, which is sort of like mana, Instead of using that, closest Guild Wars 2 system is the Revenant's energy. Instead of using that, warriors had a healing skill that used adrenaline, and it was so cool. I'm swayed downloading it now. I think you'll have a lot of fun with it. If you need some help, yeah, join Maguma. So you can play with me. And that was so cool to have Lion's Comfort, which is a healing skill that you could activate on adrenaline, because warriors had the least energy in the game. They had the absolute least energy that you could get from any class, and the regeneration of energy was very, very little. And so because of that, the skills from warrior that used energy, they didn't use very much, and it also made it very difficult for warriors to play a secondary profession that was mages. Now, they took away secondary professions in Guild Wars 2, but this gave warriors, as Lion's Comfort, this gave warriors a potential to have a really good healing skill that used adrenaline. And it was sort of a unique mechanic for warriors. In reality, everybody was getting adrenaline, but they could only utilize it if they were warriors or paragons. And so, yes, give me a new target to break down. Oh my gosh. Then perhaps we just have Alex and Crazy now. Well, and now not even Crazy, because Alex, Crazy, and Luke. Now we don't even have Crazy, because he's on Devona's Rest and not Maguma, because he's when he tried to join Maguma, it was full, so he just joined the server that was linked up with Maguma, which is Devona's Rest. And now Devona's Rest is with a different server. You can try very hard, because he sucks. Yes, I do suck, I know. But I think, anyway, so getting back to my point, I think it would be so cool to have an elite specialization for warrior, where we have Lion's Comfort, and then perhaps some other skills. Give me, basically, oh, Crazy sucks. Well, I mean, he does play Reaper, and he just plays it because it's fun to play, even though it doesn't do that much damage. And he's not really good at making builds, honestly. Not with Maguma anymore, because he sucks. Potentially, maybe. What I would like to see is, in addition to our regular burst skill, give warriors 3 new burst skills, okay? And one of those, make it Lion's Comfort, please. I want to see Lion's Comfort. And make that a secondary healing skill, and it does more healing depending on how much adrenaline you use. Heck, make it a group healing skill. That would be freaking awesome. Make it a Paragon, okay? Make it the Paragon Elite Specialization, or something like Commander Elite Specialization, so you don't have to use Paragon. Are there different character builds? Yes, there are, and I actually have a lot of warrior builds on my channel. So if you play warrior, oh my gosh! So if you play warrior, there are many fun builds that you can play, but you're gonna need to be level 80 in order to use them. Do not play warrior; they are bad. No, stop. Then also give me a group burst skill that gives us boons, maybe stability and might and fury and things like that. Oh, I'm gonna die. Oh, this is not gonna happen. This is not. No, look at all these freaking conditions. Oh, this is so bad. Well, okay, so the thing about Mirage, well, let me finish my idea first, because I keep getting sidetracked, what was I going to say? So give me a group healing skill, give me a group boon skill, might, fury, and stability, and give me a group damage skill. Like, give me a unique buff for the commander that just increases everybody's damage by 10% for, like, 5 seconds, and then have the cooldown be, like, 30 seconds, or maybe more. Maybe more, especially in PvE. And just have all those increase, just, like, increased effects based on adrenaline. Maybe if you use, maybe with the healing skills, just more healing, okay? Maybe with 3 bars of adrenaline, maybe it also inflicts regeneration. Maybe it also grants regeneration. For the boons, make it so that, like, first is, let's see, what were the 3 boons? Might, fury, and, oh, stability. Make sure the first one is stability, and then, or maybe the last one is stability. Maybe the first one is fury, the second one is 10 stacks of might, and then the third one is stability, with all that, everything. Then the third one is a damage thing. 5, 10, 15%. All for 5 seconds, right? Or maybe it's for 10 seconds, but maybe the cooldown is like 60, 70 seconds. All right, make it a long cooldown. And then you've got something really interesting where you've got this really capable commander warrior that can inspire his allies, demoralize his enemies, right? And I think that would be really, really fun to play. Now, on to Mirage. Mirages aren't that much of a problem anymore, because Mirages have been nerfed into the ground, honestly. So, if you're going to play Mesmer, then keep that in mind. Chronomancers have been buffed, but honestly, choose a class that's going to be fun for you, because the meta is always changing, and your class is going to be meta at some point, so don't worry about it. Warriors always have meta builds, and I never play the warrior meta builds. I just kind of play builds that are really fun to play. I've got a really fun Dolyak Spellbreaker build that I made, and I've got a dual axe warrior that's really fun to play. But currently the meta right now is like, there's one that's like dagger and axe, and then greatsword, and that build is okay to play. I don't really find greatsword as fun to play as I used to, but you know, I still can occasionally play it, maybe sometimes. But yeah, so there's that. Eventually, just, you know, pick something you like. You got warrior. Warriors have the highest toughness and the highest health. He plays builds that are fun to play. You can see he likes to die. Warrior has the highest toughness and the highest health. Then we've got Guardian, which has high toughness but low health. Then we've got Revenant, which is only available if you have Heart of Thorns. Usually they don't have a lot of meta builds, but some people really like to play Revenants, so definitely if you want to play as them, then it's fine. They have the highest high toughness and medium health. Then you've got Thief, which is medium toughness and I think medium health. I can't remember. Gosh, this is so annoying. This freaking supervisor. I gotta stop going over here. I gotta stop. And then there's Ranger, which is medium toughness, and then some, I can't remember how much health they have, honestly. And Engineer, which is also medium toughness. And then you've got, for the light classes, you've got Necromancer, which is low toughness and high health, which is what my friend Matthew plays, and he's, you know, he likes the fact that it's got a ton of health, just like Warrior, even though it has light armor. And then there's Mesmer. You die versus computer. Well, I die versus an invulnerable NPC, so that's my excuse. Then you've got Mesmer, which is low toughness and medium health, and then you've got the glassiest class of all, which is Elementalist, which is low toughness and low health. And they could do a ton of damage if you play them right. But if you like play Staff Elementalist, then they do a ton of damage, but they're very glassy, and they have, you know, they have very little health, so it's very easy to die as that. My recommendation, if you just want something that's really tanky, go with either Necromancer or Warrior, because Necromancer does have a lot of health, and Warrior has not only a lot of health, but a lot of toughness. And especially if you get the Soldier's Gear, if you go with my Dolyak build for Warrior, you never die. I actually have a build where I'm soloing a Heart of Thorns champion, and I just do not die. Now, you don't do a lot of damage, but you could be a tank, okay? So definitely something to keep in mind. But, you know, what class you choose is ultimately up to you, and you know, choose it based on how fun it is to play, not what you think is going to be the most powerful or something like that, because, you know, everything's... Never die. Yes, actually, I didn't actually die with that build. Play that on stream to prove it. Maybe I will at the very end. Once it gets around to noon, then, and when I'm done with World v World and Chill, then I will prove it. And I love playing that build because it just doesn't die. It's just got so much toughness and then so much health regeneration and everything that it's insane. Boom, full counter. We got the Scout going right now. Let's do the Staggering Blow. Played in World v... No, World v World it doesn't work because it doesn't do any damage, right? And so because of that, 15 minutes is noon. Yes, I know. It's a PvE build. You might be able to make something like that work if you had Knight's Gear, which is power, precision, and toughness, because you don't necessarily need all that extra health. and it could help you do a lot more damage, but at the same time, it's not necessarily something that's going to really work well in World v World. But it works very, very well in PvE, so I will go into it. Once we reach noon, so let me see, maybe after this tick, I'll wait 2 more ticks and then go into it. Fun build to play. Very fun build, honestly. Sejin always puts the bear emoji because I look like a bear when I yawn. But we did finally capture that freaking supply camp, and I'm so glad we're outnumbered, honestly, because we made it all the way through Wood Division, and we're almost halfway through Bronze Division, so that's awesome. Making a lot of progress. I'm freaking out of water, aren't I? Oh my goodness. Opakum. Yep. She said, Oppa is a bear. That's what she said. Let's see. I'm just really glad that everybody's in the Eternal Battlegrounds right now, because that means that I get to be outnumbered here. And I just want these pips, right? I want the pips because I got to get legendary armor. And I already have 1 piece. And I've showed this off before, but I'm just going to show it off again for new people. I have the legendary breastplate, which is the most expensive to get. I figured I would get the most expensive first, and that way I don't have to worry about it. Next one we're getting is the leg plates, which are the second most expensive, and I think the remaining 4 are all the same price to get, so, you know. Basically, the premise of it, the reason why we're so limited is not only because of the money, because it does take some money to make the Gift of Mastery, or whatever it is. You gotta, like, make the Gift of Venom, and the Gift of Blood, and the Gift of Totems, and all that, and it's just, that's really expensive to make. But also, it's the World v World Skirmish claim tickets, and because of that, that is a really limiting factor, because you're only getting them from these chests here. Do you see these World v World Skirmish claim tickets? And you see I'm getting 5 from a bronze chest. Well, you need like 1,095 to get a legendary War Insight, and then you need like an extra, if you're going for the legendary breastplate, it's another 360 just for the breastplate. So you need that much, and you can only get a maximum of like 365 every week. Can't wait to play now. Yeah, I think you're going to have a lot of fun. And potentially, if you join Maguma, if it's full, then I can understand you can't really join Maguma. But if you join Maguma, then you can play with me on stream, and that would be really fun. You can also feel free to join our guild, Order of Indoxus. I can definitely invite you to join that guild. I definitely need to kind of revive this, because I've got some people that haven't been on in a while, and I need to kind of kick the people that are inactive and stuff, and get more people in the guild. My hope is that eventually people that watch my stream for Guild Wars 2, they will eventually enjoy that so much and they want to join the guild, and then I can have a more active guild. But yeah, I definitely need some more active people on the guild. Eventually they're going to change the World v World system. They're going to do restructuring on it, where basically they're going to always put you with your World v World guild. So you don't need to worry about what server you're on. They're just going to always put you with that server and always put you together. So guilds are always going to be able to play together, and if you're not in a guild, then they'll just like put you in any old server that needs more people. And then also multiple guilds can make alliances, and those alliances will also be matched up in the same server so that the alliances always get to play together as well. So that's pretty cool. I also got a legendary spike. It's been a little while since I've gotten one of those. I think I only need one, because the legendary spike is used for making the legendary backpack. Sedge says, long black hair on your shirt. You're lying. I know you're lying. Stop it. But yeah, that restructuring is going to make it definitely much easier to play with friends. And so, yeah. But, you know. No, really. I'm pretty sure you're lying, because look, I'm looking at my shirt and there's no long black hair. There's none. I don't know why there would be. Shoulder. What shoulder? I don't even know. There's no hair. You're lying. She's asking me, is she pretty? No, there's no hair on my shoulder. You're lying. But yeah, very cool. And I think it would be really cool to also play with viewers. I think eventually, once I get more viewers, once I actually get more people watching the stream and get more people involved in the comments and everything, involved in the chat, I think it would be really cool to be able to roam around. Perhaps I could be a commander and we could just go and actually take stuff. Then World v World and Chill would get so much more interesting, right? It would become a lot more interesting. You know, but, and also, announcement, by the way, on Wednesday, I will have access to Living World episode 2 of season 4. Okay, the way this works, by the way, Skywalker, Titanium Skywalker, the way this works is Guild Wars 2 frequently gets updates to their story, and you get new zones to play and everything. And as long as you're an active player, a few weeks ago you did have a long black hair on your shirt. Yes, I did. That's true. As long as you're an active player, if you actually log in during a certain time, then they will unlock those additions to the story for free. If you do not log in during that time and you come back later, then you actually have to pay to unlock them. And I think the price is something like $250 or something. It's like 200 gems, which I believe is $250. In US dollars. I don't know what it is in British pounds. But point being, if you're active and you actually log in, if you actually log in today or like just before Tuesday, really, if you log in, then you will actually unlock season 4 episode 1 on your account, and you won't actually be able to play it until you buy Path of Fire, but it will be on your account. So as soon as you buy Path of Fire, then you'll already be able to play it. And if you just do that, then you'll be able to unlock season 4 episode 1, and then Tuesday season 4 episode 2 is coming out. So if you log in during that time, then you'll also unlock season 4 episode 2. And so we're getting a new zone. We don't technically know where it's going to be, but there was a leak a while ago that suggests where it could be, and I will show you guys once we actually go back to the normal world, when because Sejin wants me to show off my Dolyak build. But once I go over there, then I will show you where it's speculated to be, and also where the first episode allowed us to go. And so that's going to be really awesome. The other thing is, Wednesday we are going to be playing the new story, and we are going to be seeing the new zone, but also on Wednesday we are going to see what we can do to get toward the new legendary dagger, because I am going to try and get the new legendary dagger that's coming out. It's going to take a long time, but you know, maybe instead of World v World and Chill, we can sometimes do Connor and Chill, because I think the legendary dagger is going to be called the Claw of Connor. Not exactly sure, but it looks like it. So it's heavily speculated to be the Claw of Connor. So I'm definitely going to go for that, because I'm Spellbreaker and we need cool dagger skins. And so the legendary dagger makes sense. The Incinerator is the other legendary dagger, and honestly I'm not a big fan of it. Not for Spellbreaker. I feel like it would be a good skin for like an engineer, or like elementalist or something. Laid back, hijinks, don't even front. Yep, that's the word. Those are the words I taught Sejin on this stream. Are we? We're not red, green. That's weird. It turned from blue to red. Oh, maybe because it's neutral and it's like default red, because it's red Borderlands. Anyway, yeah, so that's gonna be very exciting. So definitely on my Wednesday stream, my game just froze. Hold on. Am I gonna crash? Oh no, we're here. We're back. What's going on with this? There are multiple people. We got a ranger too. We got a soul beast. Let's heal. Boom. Let's see if we can kill the soul. No, you know what? Let's kill the elementalist first, because let's freaking knock this guy down with the charge. Boom. And we got that guy. Freaking. Oh, he's a weaver. Okay, hold on. This is 2-on-1. I can't survive. Like, I'm just gonna put up as much of a fight as I possibly can. This is also our last tick. We're gonna get the pips from this, which is gonna be 11, which is awesome. So it's gonna bring us up there, and then we are going to return to PvE before we open the loot boxes. So there you go. But yeah, I'm pretty excited, because I think we're going to an area that's called Dajka, and we've never been there before. Like in episode 1, we went to Istan, which is an island that we've actually been to in Guild Wars 1. So, because it was accessible in Guild Wars 1, I kind of feel like, you know, we've already been there. It's kind of like, okay, whatever. Like it's good that they're giving us nostalgia with Elona and everything, because we got to go to Elona with Path of Fire. But going to Istan again, okay, like, we've already been there. Let's move on to a new place. And Dogecoin, we've never been before. And so I'm really hoping that we do get to go back, get to go there for the first time. There's also a 30-second timer on that. Istanbul. Yes. But the island is just called Istan, or Istan. And it's really interesting to see how that changed, right? But, you know, I actually really want to go to Cantha, honestly. I'm more excited for Cantha than I was for Elona, because Cantha is where I spent a lot more time in Guild Wars 2. I did spend a lot of time in Eye of the North, Tyria, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But Cantha, I spent way more time in than Elona. And so, you know, I really enjoyed Path of Fire, right? I enjoyed getting to explore Elona for a second time, but I definitely am more excited for Cantha. Cantha is basically the Guild Wars 2 version of Asia. It combines Japanese, Chinese, and Korean culture. And we're going to have a Canthan district in Divinity's Reach, which is the human home city. But it was cut, like, right before the release of the game. And we don't exactly know why. People say it's because the Korean publisher, like, was not really okay with that, or maybe some Chinese customers or whatever. China and Japan don't even front. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, we don't really know why the Cantha district was removed, but I really want them to go back to Cantha. I absolutely want them to. But I don't know if they will. I don't really see what the reason to go back is. We definitely had a reason to go to Elona because we were trying to stop Kralkatorrik, and we were trying to stop Balthazar and everything, and I won't go too much into the story. But we actually had a reason to go there, but what reason would we have to go to Cantha? It just doesn't really make a lot of sense. And we have more reason to go to the Char Homelands, which would be awesome, because the Char Homelands were definitely one of my favorite places to be in Guild Wars 1. But at the same time, you know, how has Cantha changed? We've got no word from Cantha. They've completely isolated themselves for, like, I don't know, a couple hundred years or something like that. And we haven't heard anything from them. We have no idea how they've progressed in the last 250 years. And so, I mean, I'm curious to see what's happened. But perhaps the underwater Elder Dragon that we don't really know much about, perhaps that would be our gateway into Cantha? I don't know. Either way, I'm excited for the future, but we'll just have to see where we go next. So we have 30 seconds left in this tick, and then I'm going to go into PvE, and I'm going to change to that Doliak Spellbreaker build, and don't even front, this is going to be awesome. I'm going to show you how I never die. I'm actually going to go to the same... champion that I did in the video where and it's on my channel, by the way. I don't actually know, I don't know where exactly I put it. I don't know if I put it in the Guild Wars 2 build videos playlist, but I definitely have it there. So I definitely have it on my channel, so you can look for it. If you go, like, just search for, like, Spellbreaker, not Edge of the Mist. Spellbreaker Doliak demo, something like that, and you can see that video. But I'm actually going to go to the same place, so we'll get our special armor. 50 times, but you cut that. Okay, well, I'm going to throw it live on stream, so it's going to be awesome. We're about to do this. Okay, and we also have a ton of loot boxes. I'm pretty happy with the amount of loot boxes that we got this time. Because in the past couple of streams we haven't been getting that much, but we actually did get a pretty good amount, and I kind of feel like maybe that was because of the extra participation from being outnumbered. Diddy, how do you know? She doesn't know, and I didn't actually die 50 times. I actually didn't die at all, and that was all just one take, but she thinks I died a lot. Okay, let's get the gear that we have going here. And so first of all, this is soldier's gear. This is power, toughness, and vitality, which is going to increase our health, but also our armor. And then also, we got to replace the rune here. Let's see. And because my legendary breastplate, I could just change it. Oh, apparently it was already power, toughness, vitality. That may have been hurting me a little bit in my build. But anyway, so we changed the runes of the Dolyak. And so we've got that. And then we're going to change to mace and shield. The purple mace. Okay, Dragon's Jade Cudgel. Yes, this is power, toughness, vitality for a mace. And then Kata, yes. She says, let's go. Fighting. And then we're going to choose the shield. Where's my shield? The Gate of Goodbyes here. Also power, toughness, vitality. And then I also need my trinkets here. We're gonna go to my trinkets. Okay, we've got this is power, toughness, vitality. Very cool. All of this is power, toughness, vitality. And unfortunately, you still have to freaking drag these things. You can't actually just right click on it or double click on it. It's there's no like off finger or off ear or whatever. It's just you have to drag it. Okay, so I've got those trinkets and everything, and then I've got to look at my traits. I've got strength, and then brave stride, and then might makes right. And then I've got these traits here for the full counter, and then I also need defense here, which is going to be shield master, and then lesser endure pain. And then, you know what, instead of lesser endure pain, I think I'm going to go with sundering mace. And then, of course, you need rousing resilience. And this may not make a lot of sense to people that actually don't know a lot about the game, but it will make sense as soon as I actually start using it. So, hold on. We got Featherfoot Grace right here. We're also going to use Dolyak's Signet, of course, because we are Dolyaks, right? And then we're going to use, potentially, I think Shake It Off is probably a good one for this, because on the video, I actually used Endure Pain, but I was occasionally inflicted with conditions, so... what's it called? So I wasn't actually using Endure Pain, so instead I will sometimes have a reason to use Shake It Off. But we're gonna do this. No, it's different, so I died. No, I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna die on this one. You're gonna see. Oh, stretch. I love stretching. I love stretching. Okay. So I believe this is where we were. By the way, look how freaking cool my warrior looks right now. Look how freaking BA this guy looks, alright? Just don't even front, okay? That guy freaking looks awesome. Alright, so let's see what we got here. I think this cave is where we go for this this champion. I can't exactly remember, but I'm pretty sure. Let's see. Okay. Also, it says Outpost Ogre Camp. I think there's a mastery point to be gained for, like, staying with them for the entire event chain, which I eventually am going to have to do. But, it's going to be a long time before I decide to do that. Because I really don't like Heart of Thorns, honestly. B-L-A-C... What? What are you saying? What is something black? Oh, B-A. Okay, B-A, okay. Yep, B-A means something else. I'm not gonna cuss. I don't cuss on my stream. What I need... Oh, yeah, that's right. What I've got to do is I've got to use my Griffin to get up here and then fly over like this. That's what I'm trying to do here. Okay, so I'm gonna go to the champion. I'll do it for you. No, that's not what it... No, that's not what it means. Oh, yeah, yes, it is. There you go. She knows what it means. Okay. Here we go. And just kill that guy. The reason why we gotta kill that guy is we gotta go over here and glide. I'm gonna get to this champion. We solo this champion, okay? So if you have not seen the build video or the demo video where I actually solo the champion, then here's your chance because I'm about to solo this guy. Okay, boom. Don't even front. It's gonna be awesome. As soon as I can just find out where to go. Pretty sure it's this way. Boom. Yeah, catch the updraft there. And then it's up there, but we have to catch this updraft first, I believe. Okay. And... okay, so it's here. It's the guano-incubated spider eggs. That's where the champion is. So first let's kill these guys over here. And you guys are going to see, okay, just how durable this build is. Keep in mind that it does very, very little damage. Okay? But the goal of it is not to do damage. The goal of it is to be an absolute tank and do a lot of, and just have a lot of defense. You can already tell that I'm not really taking that much damage. it's got a lot of toughness, but it also has lots of health regeneration, and then it also has a lot of, like, it has blocks right there, and it also has a ton of health, just raw health, raw vitality. Okay, and I got stunned there. The key is, when you break out of stuns, you get a crap ton of extra toughness. And so, the goal is to be able to break out of stuns as often as possible. And that's why we have Featherfoot Grace, which is a stun break, and then we've also got Doliac Signet, which is also a stun break. And then, do you see this? An extra 1,000 toughness. And then we also have Shake It Off, which is also a stun break. And they're all defensive skills. So because of that, yes, very, very little damage, but you're going to be... You can see how little damage I'm doing right now. But I'm still going to be able to actually survive. Let's get out the hammer. I do have the hammer for a little bit of extra damage. It doesn't do like a crap ton of damage, but... and you can, of course, switch, right? You could switch to... You could have a different thing. Perhaps you want to go dagger, mace, okay? And then you can have something that does a little bit more damage, and you also have some CC, and it removes boons. Okay, so that's that, and now I'm going to eat this. The Tropical Peppermint Cakes, that wasn't a champion. The Tropical Peppermint Cakes make you gain health every second, and then we're also going to... Actually, we don't really have a utility item that's really going to benefit us. Okay, but we don't really need it. We actually have, technically we have these Magnanimous Sharpening Stones. They're in my bank, but we don't need it, okay, because it just gives us a little bit of extra power. So, and I've got Sundering Mace, I think. Yeah, I've got Sundering Mace trait, so I don't actually have Defy Pain. So, here we go, we're going in. And Beast Mode. Yes, this build is really fun to play. Okay, stay alert. And this is the champion here. We actually have to kill not only the champion, but also the little minion things. Let's block a few skills. Boom. We got that. And then we use this. When we use these burst skills, by the way, we get this thing called Adrenal Health. And that's going to give us even more passive health regeneration. Okay? So that it's very important that you actually trigger that Adrenal Health. Because you need... Also, I accidentally activated 2 of my stun breaks. Fortunately, I don't need so many stun breaks for this particular champion, but that's alright. Also, when you activate Shield Stance, you block all attacks for 3 seconds. That's also really important, because every time you block, because of a trait called Shield Master, every time you block, you get Might. And Might not only gives you extra damage, but also, Might is... making you gain some health because of a trait called Might Makes Right. And so, it's an extra little bit of healing is that when you block those attacks, you're also gaining health, and then, you know, you do that. Champion of Pooping Webs? What the frick? Yep, I guess so. Oh dear, Sejin, yep. I gotta say the same thing. And basically, the goal is you want to basically inflict about 10 damage per second, or 10 damage per second. What? No, you want to get 10% damage per minute because you have 10 minutes to do as much damage as possible. And so far, I think we're a little bit ahead of schedule, maybe a little bit. I don't know. I can't really figure that out right now, but essentially, we're doing okay, right? And we do eventually start to pull ahead. We start out where it's not doing too much because of the minions, right? The minions are kind of like distracting some of our damage and everything. But eventually we get to a point where we're dealing lots of damage to this guy. And, okay, boom, and another thing. And we're also stunning him, and I don't know if the stun actually makes him take extra damage, but, you know, I don't know. So, boom. Okay, and then also every time we do CC, by the way, I probably should put this in a Guild Wars 2, I probably should put this in a Guild Wars 2 noob guide video, because every time we do CC, which is a daze or a stun, or this is also a stun, or hammer skills have like a knockback and knockdown. Alex was in class and he explained things to the kids. I don't know what you're talking about right now, but then, oh yeah, I also say, yeah, I say boom. It's kind of like my catchphrase. And So when you do one of those hard CC skills, it actually takes down this break bar, and when this break bar falls down below, like to the end, then it stuns the creature. And so this is how they allow you to occasionally stun high-level creatures, high-level enemies. Okay, we are also ahead of schedule for the damage right now. As you can see, it's so little damage, right? It's so little. You would probably be able to do much more damage if you had Knight's Gear, which is Power, Precision, Toughness. So you get the Toughness, but you don't get the extra Vitality because you don't actually need the extra Vitality. Do you guys see how little health I'm actually using? I'm at like full health the entire time, right? And so you don't actually need that. You could definitely go Knight's Gear and get some extra critical hits, and that probably is the better way to play this build. But I just wanted, when I made this build, I just wanted something that you could play that was just going to do just absolutely the maximum amount of defense that you can possibly get. And that's what I did. That's what I got. So, okay, let me see. And we've got, trying to CC. Also, a thing like Cripple, that is called soft CC, and that will, like, slowly over time degenerate the break bar as well. These are really important mechanics, not so much before you're level 80, but when you get to high-level content, when you get to level 80 content, which will be quicker than you think in this game, it's important. Then the kid asks him, what is boom? And I was... No, I did not say that! I didn't know what is this! I did not say, do you know Hiroshima? That is so bad. I can't believe you. Oh my goodness. No, I didn't say that. But yeah, I probably should put a break bar tutorial in my Guild Wars 2 noob guide, so... But yeah. Yes, I know. Sometimes some of the things she says are just like so savage. I'm like, holy crap. But definitely, if you're new to Guild Wars 2, then hopefully you will find that useful. I think the next episode is coming out next Sunday, and I think it's a dodging tutorial, which will not... Or no, it's a key binding tutorial. It's not a dodging tutorial. It was good, yes, it was good, but it was so savage. It was so bad in that way. Okay, boom, full counter again. And he didn't actually trigger it. Sometimes they don't even trigger the full counter, but that's okay because you don't actually need to. Not for this champion. There are some champions where I actually am kept on my toes, and I have to like be really careful about the stun breaks and everything like that. But that is not this guy. This guy is actually pretty easy to kill with this build. So, and as you can see, it's just basically just use your skills off a cooldown, right? The second skill, by the way, on Warrior is a block. Mace 2 is a block. And so you can use that. It blocks an attack, gives you might, which also gives you health. And then straight up, it's a block, right? So, you know, not taking the damage from an attack is a benefit of the skill. And then also, it allows you to inflict vulnerability, which is going to let you deal a little bit more damage. Which, let's be honest, you need every little bit of damage that you can get. There is perhaps another way. Okay, Alex calls me Queen of Savage. Yes, she is kind of a Queen of Savage. You could potentially take a trait called Armored Attack, which is here, where you gain power based on a percentage of your toughness. And since you have so much toughness, then it could actually be a useful trait that would make you do a little bit more damage. But, you know, it's not required, and, you know, it's basically... There are a couple of variations of this build that you can run. Another variation of this build has you running a skill called Imminent Threat, which is unique to Spellbreaker, and it definitely is more of a tank-type mentality when you're pulling the aggro off of your friends and onto yourself, because it's a taunt skill. So, you know, when you do that, you could play around with a third utility slot if you don't need that many stun breaks. Perhaps you could use some skills that are not commonly used, like there's a shout called Fear Me. Well, you're proving it. Yep. Yeah, she is proving. She's so savage. You could potentially play around with skills that don't get used very often, like Frenzy or Fear Me. Fear Me is like never used. It's like the warrior's only access to the fear condition, and it's honestly not even that good because it's a maximum of 3 seconds and its cooldown is 60 seconds. Usually you will only inflict just 1 second. of fear, and that's just not enough, right? Okay, oh, I need some more adrenaline there. Boom. And let's also gain some more adrenaline from that skill. And then let's also CC him to death with Backbreaker. Boom. And as you can see, I have almost 2 minutes left, and he's down to 8% health. So we are completely fine. We have definitely enough time left. And let's go ahead and block. Boom. And he just blocks that. Yes, you're an angel. A savage angel. Yes. Absolutely. Alright. And we're getting right around to the end of this fight. And I'm going to open the loot boxes after this. So stay tuned for that if you want to see all the loot boxes that I gained from World v World. You know, before I end the stream, I will open the loot boxes. We'll see what we got. See if we got anything good. Oh, somebody's going to freaking come up on 2% and finish it off for me. Look at this. But we did kill that. Do you see this, guys? So this is how you play the WvW Spellbreaker build. It is unkillable in many situations. And there was actually only one where I actually had a really big problem with it. And there was like this Mushroom King or something like that. Maybe it was over here or maybe it was over here. I can't remember. But yeah, it was a fun... It's a fun build to play, and I highly recommend it if you're looking for something that's just really fun to play and very tanky as a warrior, making full use out of the Spellbreaker's defensiveness and the warrior's toughness and everything. This is how you make Alex stream 20 minutes longer. You did it! Oh my goodness. Okay, but anyway, so we've got... Oh, look at this. We got these too. These are loot boxes as well, so we could open those. GG. Yeah, you actually did that. Thank you. Thank you so much. And so we're going to salvage these. We're going to put the materials down at the bottom here. And we got a 10 silver spoon here. We also got some luck, which we will keep. And time to open the loot boxes. So let's see what we've got. So I can't deposit these Imperial fragments. I got to use them somehow. Okay, we got silk. We got some junk items here. All right, and now let's see. Now the boom nothing part. All right, boom. Let's see what we got from the recovered scar chests. We got that stuff. We got 2 rares, actually. What do we got here? Let's see if we get some ectos. We did not get any ectos. We salvaged 2 rares and got no ectos. So that is a boom nothing. Dude, at 1,000 subscribers, I have actually said this before, but at 1,000 subscribers, I am planning on making t-shirts, and those t-shirts are going to say boom nothing. And it's going to be awesome. It's going to have boom nothing, maybe something with one of my catchphrases. And so, yeah, definitely stay tuned for that once I get 1,000 subscribers. It's going to be a little while, but I do have a goal. So keep that in mind. Let me see. We got some materials here. We also got another rare. Let's see if we can... Oh, we got 3 ectos. Sweet. So we got 3 rares and ultimately 3 ectos. So that's good. We also got the Bat Mother Cache, okay. Leyline Crystals. Boom, 10 Leyline Crystals is not a lot, but it's something. Box of lab equipment, very cool. Getting a little bit of money here. And we got the 2 Thorned Caches, boom. And some crafting material coffers, or 1. And now, the last thing is the Mistwarp packets. But before we do that, we're going to sort these things out and make sure that we can, make sure that we have everything organized here. So we've got this. This is tier 5 stuff, so we could deposit that. We could deposit this. Oh wait, what did I just deposit? Oh crap, I forgot. I'm not supposed to deposit. Last thing is boom nothing. I am going to deposit these. I don't think we need the barbed thorns there. Okay, and we can salvage all of our stuff and gain some extra materials. Orichalcum, elderwood. We also got some luck here. Okay. And also some junk items. We got some claws. And also some sigils and runes. I know. It's boom nothing. Alright. Next, we got 3 of these. And boom. Nothing. Okay. Sometimes we get something rare. We get a Deltamore Steel Ingot. Or we get a Spirit Wood Plank. Or something like that. But no, not today. Today was not that day. So, we got some good stuff today. We got a lot of these materials and everything. We got, let's see, all this luck. 3 ectos, that's not a common occurrence, right? So, definitely very cool. Boom, nothing. Alright. But, that being said, my voice is super tired. I'm not going to stream anymore. I know my plan is to, usually on Mondays, maybe stream a little bit longer and do another game. But, we'll see. definitely stay tuned for the other videos that are going to be coming out soon, the other playlists that I'm going to make, the other series that we're going to make. It's going to be really, really interesting. Keep watching Caves of Cud, by the way, because that series is really fun, and it's over now, but episodes are still coming out. They're still on rotation, so it's not actually going to come out with the last episode until like almost 3 weeks from now. So anyways, I want to thank you so much for watching. Come back same time tomorrow. I stream every weekday. Leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and I will see you guys next time. And bye-bye, Sejin.